They say a wedding is supposed to be the happiest day of your life. For me, it was supposed to mark the beginning of forever. I stood at that altar with tears in my eyes, not because I was nervous, but because I truly believed I was the luckiest man alive. She looked beautiful walking down the aisle, and when her hand slid into mine, I thought nothing could take her away from me. I was wrong. 3 months. That's how long forever lasted. 90 days after promising to love me through everything, my wife sat me down and said she wanted out. Her reason wasn't infidelity. It wasn't a fight we couldn't resolve. It wasn't even about us. It was about her mother. Her mother had never liked me. From the very first introduction, I saw the way she looked at my shoes, at the watch I wore, at the car I drove. To her, I was a project her daughter shouldn't have chosen. I didn't come from money. I wasn't connected to powerful families. I ran a modest business, worked long hours, and earned an honest living. But for her, that wasn't enough. In her eyes, I was never going to be enough. She would say little things at family dinners, subtle digs that my wife used to brush off. Oh, you're still running that small business? Don't you think my daughter deserves someone who can take her places? He's nice, but nice doesn't pay for a house in the hills. I laughed those comments away, thinking time would soften her disapproval. I thought love would shield us, but I underestimated how deep her influence ran in my wife's heart. That day, when my wife told me she wanted to end the marriage, she repeated her mother's words almost word for word. She said she deserved someone better. She said she couldn't build the life she wanted with me. She said I wasn't good enough. And then her mother stepped in. It was like she had been waiting for this moment, rehearsing it. Her eyes glittered with triumph as she hissed at me. You're nothing without my daughter. She can do so much better than you. Her venom didn't even sting the way she wanted it to. Because as I looked at her, and then at my wife standing silently behind her, I realized something that shattered me more than their words ever could. My wife agreed. She didn't defend me. She didn't take my side. She stood there, letting her mother rip me apart, because deep down, she believed it too. So I laughed. I laughed not because it was funny, but because it was the only weapon I had left. My laughter echoed in the room, confusing them, silencing them for a moment. And then I stood up. I didn't shout. I didn't beg her to stay. I didn't ask her to fight for us. I simply said, if I'm nothing without her, then she's already nothing to me. And I walked away. The days that followed were heavy. Friends called me brave, but I didn't feel brave. I felt hollow. I replayed our wedding vows in my head over and over, wondering how someone could turn from forever to never in just 3 months. I thought about the little moments, her hand brushing mine in the kitchen, her laughter at night when we watched movies, and I questioned if any of it was ever real, or was she always waiting for her mother's approval, ready to walk away the moment she didn't get it? I tried to imagine what kind of life she'd have now. Would she find a man her mother deemed good enough? Would she spend years chasing that approval, only to realize too late that love doesn't come stamped with wealth or status? But then I stopped torturing myself with those questions, because the truth is, it didn't matter anymore. What mattered was me, my dignity, my ability to stand tall, even as the person I loved most sided against me. I wasn't going to let their words define me. I wasn't going to let their rejection become my reflection. Yes, my wife left me. Yes, her mother told me I was nothing. But I knew the truth. I was a man who worked hard, a man who loved deeply, a man who gave everything he had to a woman who couldn't see his worth because someone else's voice drowned it out. And if she couldn't see me, if she couldn't fight for me, then losing her wasn't really a loss. It was a release. Sometimes, the greatest betrayal isn't cheating with another person. Sometimes, the greatest betrayal is when the one you love lets someone else's opinion matter more than your heart. That was the betrayal I lived through. But I survived, and I walked away smiling. Because in the end, I'd rather be not good enough for a family than lose myself trying to be someone I'm not.